This ominous cloud wasn't created by a nuclear test, a wildfire, a volcanic eruption, or a thunderstorm. Instead, it was produced by the December 1917 ammunition explosion in the Canadian Atlantic port of Halifax, Nova Scotia. The explosion, which occurred when an ammunition ship bound for Europe collided with another ship in Halifax Harbor, was equivalent to a 3-kiloton nuclear bomb, a level of immediate destruction that was completely alien to the world, even during the First World War. The radius of total destruction extended to 800 meters from the explosion site. The city of Halifax and surrounding communities were devastated, first by the blast, then the lethal wave of white-hot shrapnel, the resulting fires, and the 18-meter tsunami that completely emptied the harbor of water for a few seconds afterward. One responding firefighter, the only survivor of his 8-man crew, recalled, quote, "The sight was awful, with people hanging out of windows dead, some with their heads missing, and some thrown onto the overhead telegraph wires." End quote. 1,900 people died instantly, or shortly after the event, and another 9,000 were injured in the catastrophe. It would remain the largest man-made explosion until the Trinity nuclear test in July 1945. This photo was taken in the aftermath of the Lake Nyos disaster of August 21st, 1986, when 1,700 people and over 3,000 livestock suffocated in the middle of the night. Located in the West African nation of Cameroon, Lake Nyos is an exploding lake in which gases periodically become overconcentrated and eventually displace both the lake water and the surrounding oxygen on land. The unbreathable gas cloud then descends on the unsuspecting communities nearby. It was reported that people and livestock suffocated from the gas up to 25 kilometers away from the lake. Ever since this picture was taken by a damaged survey team on May 7, 1999, this photo has become emblematic of extreme weather events. This pickup truck was thrown with extreme force during the May 3, 1999 Ridge Creek Moor F5 tornado, which packed the strongest winds ever measured on Earth. When it landed, the truck was impaled by a telephone pole and wrapped around it, as the tornado tore the vehicle apart down to its chassis. In the aftermath of the twister, one of the worst burdens fell on those who had to search mangled vehicles like these for missing family members, friends, and neighbors. It is unknown whose vehicle this was, or what happened to the owner, but a total of 36 people lost their lives in the most powerful tornado to have ever occurred on our planet. The same area would be hit by another EF5 tornado in May 2013. These buildings were toppled or tilted by an earthquake that struck the city of Niigata, Japan, on June 16, 1964. Niigata was located just 50 kilometers from the epicenter of the magnitude 7.6 earthquake, which left 36 people dead and nearly 15,000 homes damaged. Many buildings would have survived the tremors alone on solid ground, but an unforeseen outcome of the earthquake was soil liquefaction, in which the extreme quaking caused the soil to behave like a liquid. You can only imagine being in one of these buildings as it teeters on the brink of collapse, sinks into the mud underneath you, or both, with nowhere to flee to, nowhere to hide, and no one to come to the rescue anytime soon. This photo of a young girl with smallpox was taken in 1975 in Bangladesh, one of the last countries to eliminate the disease from its territory, before its final eradication was declared in 1980. Up to 1/3 of smallpox cases could result in death. For a world on the brink of eradicating the first disease ever, this picture was a chilling reminder of the world that was about to be left behind, and what other horrible diseases remain to be treated in the future. Today, smallpox is officially stored in 2 laboratories, one in the United States and the other in Russia. Since 1984, an explosion has occurred at the Russian laboratory in Koltsovo, responsible for containing the virus, and undocumented samples of smallpox have since been discovered in laboratories in South Africa and Maryland.